Hello and welcome. This character profile video is for the class Gladiator. And what you're going to see is all of his skills, the top 8 PVE and PVP skills I recommend, his enhancements, his player card, and a gameplay video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you Gladiator. Here we go. Okay, so if you are new to this slide or this video, let me introduce the interface to you. On the far left is all of his skills, the names of his skills. On the far right are the specials that go with these skills. The column next to the skills on the left is charges. That's how many times you can use the skill. The next column is hits, how many times you can hit with that skill. And then there's damage PVE, which is the highest percentage damage you can do versus an enemy or creature in the world. And damage PVP is the highest percentage damage you can do against another player. So take a moment to look at this slide, and when you're ready, let's move on to the next slide, which will be the top 8 PVE skills I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PVE slide. So what I've done is I've taken all the skills and I've organized it according to damage PVE from the highest damaging skill from the top all the way down. You can only take 8 skills with you into the game world, so I highlighted the top 8 damaging skills, but I do want to explain a few things. First of all, super armor on the far right side for specials, that's highlighted in red. You cannot take that into arena or Raminis. If you're in the open world, your super armor will work, but not in arena or Raminis. The other thing is the 4th skill called spinning slash. When you look at the skill, it says that it does 1350% damage when you hit. If you hold the skill down to perform an additional attack, then it will do 1620. So technically I show that he hits once, but if you hold it down, he'll hit twice. And that second hit that he does is worth 1620% damage. So be aware of that when you're using it out there. Don't just click it, hold it so you can get in that second hit. I'll talk a little bit more about this for PvP, but for PvE, just know that you want to hold the button down. So take a moment to look at this slide, and when you're ready, let's move over to the PvP slide, and I'll talk about that. Here we go. And welcome to the PvP slide. So here we go. First things first, as you know from the previous slide, if the super armor is highlighted in red, that means it won't work in arena. So sorry guys, you can use it, but here is my recommendation. You should look towards the very last skill that is highlighted in green, charging thrust. It grants you forward guard while you're charging, gives you the super armor to start out your rotation, and stuns your opponent. So now they're stunned and you're protected. Now you can use your Scars of Dusk as a heavy hitting one, and that will knock them down. So not only are they stunned, now you knock them down and they have to spend animation to get back up. And consider ground smash or the spinning slash, which you heard from the previous slide. The first hit is 1025% damage. Hold it down and it does 1230% damage as a second or third thing to do. So ground smash, then spinning slash, and then go back to charging thrust to stun them and get your super armor in there, and then rotate it again. So this is a suggestion. These are the skills that are highest damaging ones for you, but I just gotta tell you, this guy is a beast. He's got a lot of tools to defend, and Pearl Abyss did a great job giving him skills to keep damaging while your opponent's trying to cut through your very good defense. So take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, let's move on and I will show you his enhancements. Here we go. And welcome to the enhancement slide. So if you're new to this interface for the enhancements, let me introduce it to you. On the far left are all his skills. On the far right are all the branch damages associated with those skills, like connected to them. And then there's 4 columns in the middle. The first, second, and fourth are things that do something for you. The third column is what happens to the person you're attacking. Now, there are instances where there isn't something to put in there to against your opponent, so they give you 4 things that help you and nothing that hurts your opponent. That's fine, but this is the layout for the enhancement slide, and I just want you to just take a moment to look at this. Oh my gosh, he has so many bleeds, so many flows, and a burn. What's happening is he's a tank, and Pearl Abyss is giving him as much as they can to allow him to keep damaging the opponent you're trying to fight. So his enhancements are really beefed up because, you know, everyone knows tanks don't do much damage, and if they do, that's a really good balance of attack and defense. So look at the far right column is mana point costs that are reduced. There's a bleed in there, and even the second column, he's got more range. It's just a very good tool set for this guy to be considered a really good character for you. Now, one last thing to show you or point out is on the 4th column at the very top where it says ground smash, all the way over to the right where it says heal. That is highlighted in a different color, which means if you go into Path of Glory and you're expecting his heal to work, it will not. That's what they're trying to tell you, is that he won't heal himself when he's in Path of Glory. Quite honestly, even if he did, there's, you know, if you know Path of Glory, it's not going to help much, even with the cooldown. So don't expect it. He won't be there to heal. So take a moment to look at this slide for enhancements. Just gotta tell you, man, he is really souped up for this, for everything that they've given him. So take a moment. When you're ready, let's move on to the player card. Here we go. And welcome to the player card. So if you're new to this slide, the player card is like a baseball card. It is all the previous slides that you saw, all in one spot. So I wanted you, if you're familiar with my character profile videos and you don't have much time and a character comes out, to say, I'm gonna check out his video, go straight to the player card, see what it has, so I can get an idea and see if I want to switch it over to be my main character, or if it's just not for me. Your call. But allow me to introduce how this works. At the very top is the top 8 PVE and PVP skills I recommended. To the right is something new. It's called Immobilization. So I've taken all of his skills and I've listed out in green and how many things immobilize your opponent, like stun, knock down, knock up, bound, anything like that will be an immobilization. What I do not consider an immobilization, I say this in all my videos, is knock back, because it seems like the animation is so quick. When you're knocked back, you can get out of the way and move to the right or the left. But if I knock you down, you're gonna spend time and animation to get up, be ready and prepared. And I'm telling you, seasoned veterans out there are gonna get 2 or 3 hits on you before your character is ready to fight, and you're gonna be like, come on, let's go. So all of those things are immobilizations. And as you can see, he's got more than 75% of his skills immobilize his opponent. Now, the things that are in red, Spinning Slash and Sword Mastery, they have a knockback to it. So I didn't want to discount it. If you're like, I like that skill and I can deal with the knockback, those two are the ones that have knockback. Now, below that is all of the skills that I showed you in previous slides, and below that are all the enhancements. And just in case you're wondering what this forward guard and super armor is all about, I'm gonna let you know it's at the bottom. Forward guard means incoming damage will be either 0 or heavily reduced. This makes it a very formidable skill if your opponent just uses biggest skill on you and the damage to you is 0. So really good. However, in the PvP world, super armor is a normal standard. They put skills together to rotate super armor into it, so they always have it. And this means that incoming damage will be reduced, and the effects that immobilize you, like stun, knockdown, freezer, etc., will not happen for a duration of time. So yes, even though the Gladiator has immobilizations, if your opponent is using super armor in his or her rotation as well, then those immobilizations may not work. You'd have to catch them off guard and change it up so you can get your immobilizations in. So this is what super armor is, so expect it. So what we're going to do now is move over to the gameplay video. Excuse me. The music is going to change, and then we'll show you all of his skills in action. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and show you the Gladiator in action. Here we go. And welcome to the gameplay video. So before we get started, we need to show you where we're at. We're over here in Balanos and Kron Castle entrance, and we're here because they're 2519 CP and our guy is 4045. I think he can handle himself. So what we're gonna do is we have a auto path that takes us to the same spot we always go to show you his skills. We're gonna have him fight for about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and then we'll go to town and I'll do my outro. So without further ado, I give you Gladiator. Here we go. It's just about time for us to head back to town. So we'll just click on there. There we go. And while the loading screen is coming up, let me go ahead and give my outro and just say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, share, let people know about my character profile videos. I'm always making more videos because I want to make the game as easy and fun that it can possibly be for you. I noticed something in his hair that just didn't make him look good, so I'm moving the camera around, trying to get a really good spot for him. But I think I just settled to say, oh, let's turn the camera right here and we'll just leave it at that. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and you have a great night. Take care. Bye now.